Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just inherited as this kid, and it was very unfortunate. Our father just choked on his food at age 28. Very sad indeed. However, there's not much we can do about it, of course. He is dead, and we're currently above our domain limit, but that's actually fine. Once we come of age, that will not be an issue. Our regent is situational. That is our mother and friend. She'll probably be okay to just hand the reins over to us when we come of age. Probably. Hopefully. Now, we do have this faction brewing up here, and these factions are not at their real strength. So, let's... Oh, I was looking at this court event. I guess we have to do this. Sure. We're going to give them training blades. That'll be fine. Fernando wins the duel. Fantastic. Okay, so, as I was saying, we need to tick forward a little bit here. 88% chance of nothing happens? Sure. I guess we'll have nothing happen. That'll be fine. Now, have these updated? Yes, is the answer. So this independence faction is a problem. These Ashari populace are going to be a problem. Actually, have these updated? I'm not convinced that they have. Maybe they have. So the King of France is a problem. There's not really much we can do about him. The Queen of England is a problem. We could maybe do something here. Yeah, we are currently unbetrothed. All of our siblings are betrothed. So, to that end, we would need to... And she only has sons. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. So I guess we would need to go for... Well, that's unfortunate. Well, that's unfortunate. Apparently there are only sons. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is exciting. We have to go all the way down here, and they're wandering. Not even a valid character. Okay, so we just can't do anything about this then. We'll have to fight them. Cool. So we'll tick on forward. And has this updated? Yes. So we're going to have the Ashari populace as well. Noted. I'm not shocked about that one. I'm very not shocked about that one. So who's going to be leading this? The King of France. England is in this. Is Aquitaine? No, Aquitaine is not in this. So we're going to drop our force here. We're going to raise all of our units, just all of them. And we'll get them preemptively raising. So that'll be fine. We could become paranoid here, and I guess that's fine. We can also pay these ransoms, or rather, get these ransoms. This guy's our prisoner, but not our vassal. So all of that seems reasonably fine. Prisoner, but not our vassal. Yes. And we're going to have some significant factionalism here due to our father dying at a really, really awkward time. I guess we're going to get a crush on the daughter of the King of Alsark. Okay. Sure. That's fine. So here's the independence demand. We will not be threatened. And they are going to rebel against us, of course. So... we're going to stop our gather here. We're going to group these guys together, and we're going to head out. But we're going to resume our gather, because we've got additional forces that we can gather up here. So that'll be fine. We need to make our way up into France here. We're at 11% right now, and these guys are, of course, going to head up once they're done here. I would love to catch this force. We'll see if we get an opportunity to do so. Perhaps. Let's get this siege done. This is an interesting opportunity right here. We take it. So we're going to fight this force. That is a big battle for us. No doubt about it. We can head up over this direction. We're going to win this battle. I don't think we stack wipe it, but we do win it. And from here, we can certainly make our way up here and continue to siege. So ticking war score is against us right now, and we are well aware of this. We need to make our way up into the Kingdom of France, of course. So when are these populace going to pop? 3 months, 4 months? Okay. That is not very far away. Noted. Well, we need to get up here, right? No doubt about that. So, this is going to get us a decent amount of war score. There we go. Ticking is on our side, and we're going to go in and take his capital at this time. That is the goal here. So we'll see if we get any good captures. 70%. Okay, they finished up a siege out over here. That's a little rough, no doubt about that, but we're going to finish up our own sieges over here. We're at 75% right now. Make that 87%. And I would like to catch forces up over here if we can. They're hiring mercenaries, and we can stack wipe these very easily, right? So we can definitely do that for that little bit of extra war score. We can hop up over here. 93. And we'll cross on over. 94. Okay, so you'll have it in death. The populace are declaring war on us. I just heard the sound that a war was over, but it's not. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to finish this war here. That is step 1. Absolutely. This war is now over, so we're going to enforce those demands. Now we need to deal with the populace. We need a new steward. That'll be this guy. And these forces are going to group up, like, over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Liberty demand here. So this is the Liberty faction making their demand. The question is, do we care about this? I think we acquiesce to the Liberty faction. We're currently on High Crown Authority. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I thought that we were on Absolute. Let's bump up to Absolute. Then we acquiesce here. And that drops us back down to High Crown Authority. So we can't change it back for 20 years, right? But that's okay. We actually ended up losing nothing there. So that's wonderful. Now we're going to need to deal with this faction, right? No doubt about that. So this is a populist uprising, and where even are they? Down in Africa? That's going to be interesting to get to. Okay, where's the faction leader? Oh, over here. That's actually a little bit easier for us to get to. So we're going to head on over this direction. We'll arrive there in 11 months. It's going to be a while. I'm going to drop a rally point down here. This is currently war goal here. Interesting. So we're going to drop a rally point down here. And do we bring in a holy order here? No, I don't think we do. But I think we do bring in some mercenaries. So I'm going to bring in these guys and these guys. So that's about 5,000 troops here. We're also going to raise any additional forces over here. So something like this. And our forces are on the way down. So that's fine. It's going to take 4 months for these guys to arrive. We just need about 5,000 right now. So this is fine. We have a quarrel sometime. Okay. So yeah, we just need around 5,000 troops here for the moment. So something along the lines of this will do. So we're going to group these together, stop gathering, and head out over here. We're going to resume our gather here. And now we need to go and eliminate some of these forces, right? So that is going to be the ideal. We can put the King of Alsark in the dungeon, and so we shall. Phenomenal. So we do need a new spy master. That'll be this queen. Perfect. Our regent is situationally loyal. Okay, I'm not going to swing the scales here. So that'll be fine. We're on our way down here with our primary force. And we're going to fight over here. We should easily win this in theory. And indeed we do. Phenomenal. So we get this eliminated. That is step 1. That gives us at least 5% war score. So now we're going to come down this direction. These guys, they still have a few days left in their gather, and they're starting to gather relatively quickly. So that's okay. We may actually, instead of coming this direction, we may want to have these guys come down here instead. And yes, I think that is the way to go. So the question now is, where is the leader of this force? He is here in Canaan? Okay. So we're definitely going to have to siege our way down there. No doubt about that. So we're going to come over this direction here. We're going to finish our gather in 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. We'll group this all together. We're at 24% negative in our war score right now, which is very, very awkward for us. It's going to be difficult for us to get down here. The question is, can we get down here before they force an end to this war? And I suspect the answer to that is maybe. The Pope is still a jerk. I mean, we're not shocked about this. 49%? Wow. That's so fast. Okay. Well, we're going to make our way down here as soon as we can. We're going to win this battle. That'll win us back a little bit of war score anyway. So we've arrived down this way. And we, of course, need to continue to push down over here. We need to siege this back. This will be a slow siege. 45 days? Okay, that's not too bad. So up this direction, we're going to look to head down here, right? We definitely want to take this back. That is problem number 1. So that'll be okay. This is going to be returned to us shortly. I just want to check to make sure that there's no other troops out over here. Okay. I don't see any, so that'll be fine. We're now going to move these forces, and this is going to be quite slow. We're going to move these forces out to here, I think. Maybe to here. Yes. We'll move them here. Again, that is going to be quite slow. Our primary forces are heading in up this direction, and that'll be great. So we're just going to head over this direction and get this sieged. They cap at 150. Okay. So we need to get our occupation up to at least 51 to make it impossible for them to win the game. Or not win the game, win the war. That's the way to go. Okay, so this is a faction to install account. Okay, I'm not shocked about this right now. We knew we would have significant factionalism, but this is probably something that is manageable. So for right now, this is a duke. Out over here. Okay, that is someone who is supposed to be under us. Do we want to just get ourselves a... hang on. I'm looking at faction commitments here. Only 67 faction commitment here. We might be able to send this guy a gift and get him to leave the faction. That would be good. 32 here. We're going to send this guy a gift as well. So he'll leave that faction in theory now. 29, same thing here. So we'll send that on over. 80, maybe. Okay, minus 10. Yep. Let's see about 87. Plus 20. Okay. So for now, that's fine. We, of course, need to eliminate these faction members, right? So we need to get them out of that faction, and that does appear to have done the trick, but now it's back. So that is a little bit sad. More people joining that faction. So what do we want to do about it? The King of Brittany, perhaps? We could do something like this, but this would probably end up being bad for us. Probably. We've got Barcelona here. And then this is Brittany, but this is Portugal. Sure. Castile. These are pretty much all people who are upset about, well, people who are based in Hispania. Almost entirely. Okay, noted. For right now, we're going to be taking back this territory. There we go. And we're going to attack down here, but I'm going to let these guys lock in. Perfect. Okay. So where is this faction leader? He is here. Noted. So we're just going to head straight on down then. Sounds good. We're at minus 18%. That faction is gone now. Okay, that's a very good sign. I don't want to have to deal with that at this moment. So if that faction is actually gone, that probably just means it needed to update after we sent those gifts. So that's good. We're going to hop down over here and take over the capital of Canaan. That'll be fine. We're doing reasonably well here at this point. Things are going to be flipping around to us very shortly. Perfect. So we're now at plus 11. Sadly, we did not capture their leader. Do we want to become greedy here? Or do we want to become lustful? I actually feel like lustful is more useful for us right now. So that's what we'll do for the moment. Have we arrived out over here yet? No, we're still on our way. Okay, noted. So that's absolutely fine. Checking in on this. Do we have to siege this area? I believe we do, yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab this region for right now. This guy's still located in Bornu, so we're not going to be able to capture him. That is very sad. But let's just get this taken over. That puts us at 50% war score right there, which is, of course, magnificent. So we're just going to continue to siege our way through here. We're at 60% right now. And yes, I see that there's a faction here. Not shocked about that at this moment. For right now, we want to eliminate this existing faction. That is mission number 1. We're at 86%. 87. If we can get these guys disbanded, that's going to be absolutely huge for us. Our regent failed to skim from the mandate. Okay, that's exciting. And there we go. War is over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Okay. So, now we've got these guys. They can send their demand in 17 months. I'd kind of rather that they do it right now. That would be preferential. We'll see if they're... Okay, they're now too weak to send an ultimatum. They're leaving the faction. Beautiful. So no real problem there. You are a vassal, so declined. You are okay. You're a vassal? Absolutely not. A king-level vassal? No. Get out of here. Same here. Get out of here. Kings? No. Kings stay in prison. Anyone who isn't our vassal is fine to leave the prison. But these kings, they absolutely remain. Beautiful. Okay, so next up, I want to do some additional investment, specifically over here. Let's get a cattle pasture going and a ship mill going. That'll be fine. We can spend down our gold via other investments over here as well. We're definitely out of cash, though, so that'll be okay. So next target. Well, we're underage, so we can't really do any pilgrimages yet. We cannot declare on the HRE because we're truced there. Do we have any good way to get into Sicily? Actually, this guy has 15 reasons not to come to our court. This guy has 0. I'm going to send this guy a gift. We'll invite him to our court. And then that should get us Sicily. We are planning for the future to be married to our courtier/crush here. A lot can change. That's not going to happen. We're almost certainly not going to marry her. I didn't look at her stats, but she probably doesn't have good stats. So we have some de jure lands here, but we can just press this guy's claim, and we absolutely do this. It is quite a lot in terms of prestige, but I would love to get Sicily under our control. So we're going to declare this war. That will be absolutely fine. Let's raise up our forces here. And hopefully we're not going to have factionalism, and hopefully we don't die randomly. That would be good. Okay. So when are our men-at-arms going to arrive? Very shortly here. Okay. So this is good as far as troops go. We don't need any more than this. Absolutely fine. And we'll just be sieging our way down along this coast to their capital, is the way that this is going to go. At least until we see their army, which of course is worth 50 war score. And there they are. Okay, we don't have a leader here? Really? Okay, I guess Captain Lewis will be our leader. We're going to hop in over here. And wow, that was a fast siege. I didn't actually intend to siege that, but we're going to fight them over here. Beautiful. Anger management, huh? Next time we meet, we'll try to be nice. Can we catch up over here? No. I don't think we'll bother. We could split off a force to go deal with that. Do they have any siege weapons? Actually, they do. 330 bombards. So in that case, we should not be bringing these guys. We should be sending these forces out. And they'll siege down this direction. This war is actually basically over. We're at 94%. I just realized that. Sure, I didn't think we'd be quite that far along. This is fine, though. So they're going to take this back, as expected. And we're going to go fight them up here. And we'll take this siege. We'll hop up over here. Depending on timings, yeah, they're going to get this. No, not quite. Okay. War's over, so that's great. We stack wipe them, enforce those demands. What just happened? Did we just accidentally white piece? I misclicked there. I think I might have accidentally white-pieced. Oh, wow, I'm dumb. Okay. Well, we're going to be a truce breaker here. And we're also going to lose a bunch of prestige. That was entirely my own fault. 100% entirely my own fault. It's only going to be a truce breaker for 3 years. And hopefully, because we've already crushed some factionalism, hopefully we're not going to have to deal with that. That was 1000% my fault. That was no bug. That was just me clicking on the wrong thing. I do wish that it would have popped up a confirmation on that one and been like, are you sure you want a white piece? You're at 100% here. That would have been nice, but it doesn't do that, so 100% my own fault. We're just going to head on down. Same plan as before, and honestly it's going to go even faster because this time he doesn't have an army. So, no problem. We are going to have a faction here because people are angry because we're a truce breaker. Not shocked about that one. And we can come over here and fight his army. Beautiful. That was only 58%? Okay, that's sad. Okay, so these guys are going to send their ultimatum. So this is because we're a truce breaker, but I'm just checking through here. Just the King of Al-Andalus. Okay, noted. So we're going to head on down this direction. We'd love to catch them here, although I don't think that's going to happen. Cool. And that factionalism will be entirely because of my mistake. No doubt about that. That is the price that we pay. That and the fact that we're disgraced now. Okay, this time the war is over, we're going to enforce demands. There we go, and disband our troops. Cool. So that's done. Now we need to think about what do we want to do about this faction, if anything. Maybe we just want to fight them. The King of Al-Andalus is going to be down over here. Honestly, this might be the best way to keep them out of trouble for a good long time. Maybe. Yeah, this is saying 144%, but I'm actually not all that concerned about it. With Al-Andalus being right here, we can actually raise our army directly on his capital. And this seems reasonably fine. This will also work up our level of fame, which would be good. So, yeah, these guys are going to be slightly problematic here because of our truce breaking, but that's okay. I don't mind that. I do not mind it. They'll get over it within the next 3 years, so that's okay. So they're going to send their ultimatum soon. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms here and all of our forces, absolutely. Do we want to extend these contracts? Actually, yes. So we'll do that. This ransom is not acceptable. This ransom is acceptable. This ransom is acceptable. This ransom is not acceptable. No. Yes. No. Yes. 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 And finally, yes. Okay, cool. So we've got our forces raising up here. They can send their ultimatum in pretty much any time now. They're shuffling around the people that are in the faction a fair amount. This guy's our vassal, so no. You're acceptable. You're acceptable. Yep. And no. Cool. So he can send his ultimatum at any time. And let's see what happens there. This is a faction to install Count Hurumel. Sure. Seems okay. And there's a claimant demand. We will not be threatened. And we're going to group our forces together here. We're going to stop gathering. And we're going to reset this. We can then come up here and raise all of our forces that remain up over there. So we're going to take some issues here from... Rather, some people are going to desert. Deserters is the term I'm looking for. We're already at 25% war score here. And we're just looking to not give them the opportunity to get heavily grouped together. So, at this point, I want to split off our bombards here. Not crossbowmen, bombards. And we're going to split off about a 30k stack. These guys are going to remain over here under the control of this guy. Excellent. While we head up towards Malagon. Yep, we're going to let these gather for a moment. We're going to now group together, and I want to come out this direction, right? Actually, hang on. I want to come down here. I'd like to eliminate this force, if we can. This would be a good force to eliminate. They're actually sieging there for a moment. Okay, we'll see if we can manage to pull that off. We did lose our Chancellor. We lost our Steward as well. That didn't take the Chancellor. Okay, there we go. Cool. So we want to chase these guys down if at all possible. We're at 56% war score right now. And we're going to continue to siege this very, very quickly. So we're going to hop down over here. They're attempting to embark here. This is not going to be successful for them. We're going to catch a significant chunk of their troops here. Beautiful. And that may stack wipe, I think. Yeah, that's stack wiping. Beautiful. We're 83%. It does drop down because they finished up a siege there. A couple of sieges? Yeah, a couple of sieges. This is going to be 48 days. Seems fine. Yeah, we're just going to let this slow siege for the time being. Seems completely okay. Pope is being a jerk. No shockers there. We're 89% war score at this juncture. That was not the button I was looking for. And 100% war score. We'll enforce those demands. And this time, let's get the camera tilted approximately back where it's supposed to go. We'll disband these forces. And yeah, that was not really a threat. So that's absolutely fine. Beautiful. This ransom is not acceptable. This ransom is not acceptable. And this ransom is acceptable. So there, we've dealt with a lot of factionalism and we've expanded. We should be able to get some solid expansion soon enough. We're not quite of age yet, but we will be next year. So that is great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.